ladies and gentlemen, for today's bonsoir, willkommen. I'm American. You knew though, as soon as I came on stage, he didn't have to say it. As soon as you saw me and I started talking, you were just like, I think this one's American. Is he even trying to blend in? He looks like someone who knows someone who stormed the Capitol on January 6th. He's got that look. I am American. I do want to clarify some things. I don't work at DuPont. Because I got this side of the audience with me. A couple other things about being American. By the way, when I say I'm American, I'm not saying like I'm proud. I'm not like, I'm American. It's more like I'm American. I'm sorry. I blame my parents like for everything. But I am different than other Americans. I want to clarify that because I know when too many Americans start showing up in European cities, people are like, well, shit, there goes the housing market. I am different. I'm just visiting. I don't live here. I live in Los Angeles. I'm doing a 6-week tour, and Victor was nice enough to have me on his show near the end of it. I'm performing here on Sunday at 8. So I am just visiting, but I was born and raised in Bulgaria. Is there anybody? No, are you serious? Where from? What city? I'm just fucking with you. I was watching the show. I have no idea where Bulgaria is. I'm American, remember? Yeah. So when you said Bulgaria, I was like, is that by Narnia? Where is? Sounds like an eating disorder. Bulgaria? Is that a thing? Bulgaria? You're making shit up. I'm American. Geography, not a strong point. Just like education and everything else. But I am different. I do want to assuage the fears because, first of all, I'm different than other Americans. I travel frequently. A lot of Americans don't travel. 60% of Americans don't have passports. Yeah? I have 3 of them. 2 are fake, but still. I use all 3 equally. I try to learn a language wherever I go out of respect. And I say respect with a K because I'm in Belgium, German style. I do. I say respect. Or respect the other. How else am I different than Americans? I don't shoot people. Yeah, no, a lot of Americans do it. Very trendy right now, very trendy. I haven't shot anyone in like a month, so I've been traveling. When I get back home, holy shit, gotta get the numbers up. You can laugh now. You're ready to laugh. You're like, does he have a gun now? Did he sneak it in? I don't have a gun. It's at the hotel. But I'll follow you. It is fun traveling. I like traveling as well. By the way, hello, Lord and Lady. No, are they royalty? Why are they at the fancy seats over there? I don't want to get my head chopped off. I am different. It is fun traveling. I like traveling as an American. I know we do have some Americans in the house. Where are they at? Okay, all right. There were more, but not anymore. They're like, no. Let's just see how this goes. It's fun. I like traveling as an American. It's fun to travel as an American because the way we are judged around the world completely depends on who our president is at the time. Because y'all pay attention to that stuff. Like if you ask me, I couldn't tell you who the Emperor of Belgium is right now. Is it an Emperor? Is it a Sultan? How do you guys, is it the Hunger Games? How do you guys do shit? No. But like I remember when I first started traveling, it was in the late 90s, I was in my late teens, first started traveling, and Bill Clinton was the president, right? And none of you guys are really young. All right, bald guy. Bill Clinton was the president, right? Yeah, okay, there you go. Yeah. This whole side of the room was like Hillary's husband, that's crazy. But when was Bill Clinton? Like, he's president? But like late 90s, it was cool. As an American, you go to a hostel, you sit down with someone, you're from Japan, you're from Haiti, you're from Venezuela, you all got along, right? You had a beer, someone pulled out an acoustic guitar, they sang Wonderwall, you sang with them, like, it was a thing. You got along. And then after Bill Clinton, then George W. Bush became president. And I became Canadian. And then I did. I put the Maple Leaf flag in my backpack. I apologized to everyone. I'm like, I'm sorry. Like, my move back then, early 2000s, 2 fingers inside some maple syrup, put a little bit behind my ears, just like that. So when I walk by, people will be like, well, he smells Canadian. Well, he looks American, but he smells nice. And then after George W. Bush, then we got Barack Obama as president. Yeah, and everybody loved America again, right? You'd show up in a country, they're like, you got a black president, let me buy you a beer. I'd be like, like, I didn't even fucking vote, but I'll take a beer. Like, get a little splash. And then after Barack Obama, things changed. When Donald Trump was the president, and he traveled as an American, it was a lot like you know how like you have a group of friends, right? And one of your friends is dating someone that no one in the group likes, but you have to ask that friend about that relationship because they're your friends. Being an American under Trump was like being that friend, because you'd be like, oh yeah, things are great. We're really happy. It's weird day to day, but we are working on making our relationship great again. And then we got Joe Biden as president, right? And so now anywhere I go around the world, wherever I travel, they'll be like, hey, where are you from? I'll be like, I'm from America. Around the world, I get this response. I don't speak English. And they walk away. Like, I don't want to deal with it. It's fun I like being in Brussels. I am doing a little bit of a tour. I'm at the end of it. It's fun. I've been doing a lot of planes, buses, trains, and I flew into Brussels yesterday for the show. And it was fun landing. I've never had this experience landing, by the way. So we're landing into Brussels, and as you know, the weather was amazing. And for the Italians. And we were landing, and the pilot came on, and he said this. It's a true story. He said something in French, and then then he said something in German, and then something in Dutch. I was like, really? And then Japanese, which was odd. And then he said something, and then he translated in English. He said, true story. He goes, ladies and gentlemen, it is very foggy at Brussels airport today, so we are going to attempt an automatic landing. I was like, attempt? I'm sorry, you didn't cover this in Belgium flight school? It's not a plane full of guinea pigs, man. Like, if I attempt a joke on stage and it sucks, the only one who dies is me, but on the inside. Right? If you're a pilot and you attempt something and it sucks, I die on the outside. That doesn't work for me. It's not all bad news, though. I did have a big birthday recently, so I'm kind of celebrating while I go through Europe. It's a huge birthday. I don't know if has anybody here had a birthday in the past year or two? No one? We stopped counting. How does it? We do a metric. The Americans laugh because you just know what metric is. So. Me either, right? It makes sense, but we don't use it. So, no, I had a birthday recently. It was a great birthday. So it was a pretty big birthday. We have landmark birthdays, right? There's special birthdays. Like when you turn like 27, no one gives a shit. But like, when you're like in the States, when you turn 18, it's like, that's a big birthday because like now you can vote, right? You don't, but you feasibly could. Like you could change the world, but you're like, nah, it sounds like an effort. And then like when you turn 21 in America, like you could drink finally. You guys are like, oh, that's so cute. No, look, we've been drinking since we were 14 too, right? But when you turn 21, that's when your parents take you out for your first drink, and then you gotta pretend like it's your first drink. You gotta be like, ew, this Bud Light's bitter. And your dad's like, that's your 7th beer. You're like, I had a big birthday recently. It's a big birthday you hit as a gentleman, as a certain gentleman of a certain age. A couple of you are there. You guys aren't. You'll get there eventually. But there's some guys that I see in the audience. There's a birthday you hit if you're a gentleman where if you go to your doctor every year for a physical, there's a birthday where that physical gets physical. That was the one I had recently, and I was nervous about that one because I had never, once in Amsterdam, but, and I paid for it, yeah. But in my defense, I don't speak Dutch. I didn't know what I was getting, you know what I mean? Spoke Dutch that night. Like, bedankt. She told me it meant stop. I don't know. No, so, no, I was nervous about this one because I go to a female doctor. That's the problem. And I don't think I was ready to take our relationship to this level, Like, I almost called my healthcare provider. I was going to be like, hi, can I get a new doctor? Yeah, give me a man with tiny hands that can keep a secret. Like, But I said, no, she's a professional. I've been going to her for 14 years. She got me through COVID, a bad flu thing. Dr. Deborah, you can do it. Just go. Stop it. She's a professional. So I was like, I'm going to go, right? And I had my calendar up 30 days beforehand. I'm like, all right, 30 days until the big doctor's appointment, right? I would wake up every day, like, look in the mirror, like, come on, like Eminem at 8 Mile. I was like, you can do it, dog. And I would wake up and do squats every morning. I would, just because I didn't want it to get stuck, you know what I mean? Like, Jesus, like a fish hook, you know what I mean? So, but I also didn't do too many squats because I didn't want her to be like, well, someone was a theater major. So it was a very fine line. And I went in and I sat down on the chair, right? And I was very nervous. I was very nervous, sweating because I didn't know how this goes. It was almost like going to a first date, right? Because I was like, I don't know, do I make the first move? Does she make the first move? you know? Does she crack open some champagne, put on some John Legend? I don't know. I'm not a doctor, right? And like, is it like a sneak attack when I'm leaving? You know, like, you're good to go. No, gotcha. All right, you're good. Get out of here. You're good. You're a court low. I don't know. So I was sitting there and like she had down my eyes and ears and she goes, how do you feel today? I was like, I feel very good, Dr. Deborah. Thank you. And then she goes, okay, I think we're done. And I was like, I don't think we're done. I worked myself up. And she goes, is there anything else I need to check? I said, you should check the user's manual because this is the big one. And she goes, oh, I don't think we need to do that. You seem healthy. And I said, Dr. Deborah, with all due respect, I pay a lot for health insurance. Like, put your pinky and tickle my balls, you know what I mean? You know, choke me, slap me, call me a slut, do something, you know? Yeah. She did nothing. She just said, you're good to go. And I'm not kidding you, I left so depressed. I was like, here's my thing. I think she's seeing other patients. Thank you all so much. I appreciate it. I'm going to step back. We'll see you all
Sunday. Hour and a half long show this Sunday here at 8 o'clock. So if you want to see